G'day. When I was building models back in the early and mid 80s, this was my go-to Mustang, the Matchbox one. This one is an 80s release, doesn't have the window of happiness, but it was pretty good. And we also have the first release, the 73 one, which was before the window of happiness, but I loved it nonetheless. And as you see here, the 70s one had really bright colours. A pocket money kit. It was good value and it went together pretty well. And the shape was basically right. You'd build up a nice model out of it. $3, it was available, it was pocket money. I seldom saw the 70s Airfix one, although I did see this 59 one once, and the Hasegawa one was beyond pocket money. But the most common one seen was this one, the 84 release of the Revell moulding from 1963. I used to see it in my local supermarkets. Try doing that these days. The Revell one was $1, the Matchbox one was about $3, and the Hasegawa was $5. But I remember at the time thinking, the Revell one just doesn't look right. And so when you look at the parts here, you can see that the Matchbox one, it's pretty close. It's a good general outline. Yeah, it's got trench panel lines and raised panel lines and all, but you can do something with that. As for Revell, the tail's too small and the wrong shape, the scoop's too shallow, the shape of the doghouse is wrong, the nose is too flat, rear fuse is too wide, and that ain't a laminar flow airfoil. Let's have a quick look at the drawings, bearing in mind that it's a 3D photo and a 2D drawing. So yeah, the Matchbox one's pretty close. Not bad for a early 70s one, but have a look at this. It's wrong in basically every aspect. That was the Revell's 1963 release. So I wandered away from modelling in the mid-90s, in my mid-20s, remembering the Matchbox one. A lot of good memories there. And then I came back in the early 2010s, I'd say, and I saw that Revell had come out with a different 72nd scale Mustang. Different box. And I remember thinking at the time, pre-scale mates, that, this one might be better than that ancient thing I remember. So I got one. And, pretty impressive box. Yeah, looks the part. I'd seen a couple of other new ones, like the Academy one, which was good. And then, let's have a look. It's silver this time. But, oh dear. Is this the same thing that I remember that should have been done away with a long time ago? And sure enough, it's the same moulding. 2010 on the left, 1984 on the right. Look at the flash on those drop tanks. So it reminds me of the Australian expression, although I'm sure it's elsewhere, you can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter. And Revell certainly tried to roll this 1963 moulding in glitter, with new decals and a new box, better instructions, but a turd is a turd. Especially in the 2010s when there were so many other options around. The thing that got me though was, by the 90s, Revell had the Matchbox mouldings. And I really don't know why Revell continued to release their 1963 one when they had the Matchbox moulds on hand. And you only have to look at the Matchbox moulding to see that it is not perfect, but it's a lot better shape and likeness than the Revell one. So why they chose not to do so, I don't know. That's a bit of a mystery. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. So thank you for joining me on this low-level rant. There's more videos to come. Cheers.